Hey guys, this is Bando Guy 4, and I know I was gonna do Zelda next, but when you get an itch, you have to satisfy it. So today I am bringing you Let's Play Quest 64. This is a very old game, and I was very excited for it when it came out, and I played it a whole heck of a lot then, but I never quite beat it, so I need to do that now. So I'm gonna jump right in. Uh, they'll tell us the story. So, uh, I'm just gonna let the text advance kind of slowly and let you read it yourself. Don't need me to read text to you. If you do, then some of my jokes may not be appropriate for you. So, our protagonist, Brian, he wants to go looking for his father, and who had left to save the world. And it's a very normal RPG story. So, the Grand Abbot of the monastery is saying that this is dangerous, but we should go. And check out the awesome hair on this guy. He's got the little... Oops. He's got that little curl on the front. It's crazy. So, he was telling us that we need to go to Dondoran to talk to the king there, and he'll help us out. There's some doors. Need to get a little bit used to the controls again. It's been a while. And hey, we're in this room again. This room is exactly like the 2 rooms ago. This time we have a guy over here we can talk to, and he's gonna tell us about our magic. We have 4 elements, so you can use that to determine. There are, of course, like any RPG, certain enemies that are weak to certain magics. So we have Earth element to the left, and fire up, wind to the right, and water down. But until we get into a battle, that won't be really important. And this room, yet again. Except this time, when you get to the bottom, you don't go through a door. You actually come over here, and you can go through the door. You don't have to push anything to go through a door. You just walk up to it, and he'll open it on his own. Most of these rooms in this hallway have nothing in them, but this one does. He's telling you about what you have to defend yourself, which the previous guy kind of told us as well. So there's lots of rooms here. The important one, though, is this room. You definitely want to go into this room. These guys will tell you about... he's telling you to look for spirits, which will help you increase your magical powers. And this guy tells you about treasure chests. So, our first treasure chest is right here, and you have to make sure the exclamation point is on screen, or you won't actually open it. You'll just do some, like, bow, look around sort of thing. And sometimes, I'm getting lucky right now, but sometimes that exclamation point just doesn't quite appear the way you want it to. So, what I've been picking up here is dewdrops. I may as well mention the menu. This is your stats and how close you are to leveling up those stats. Music, controls, you got your map here. It tells you how you're doing with each of your magical abilities. And there's... there we go. if you push the R button, you can find your items, and those store 10 MP, so your magic points. And I think that's all that's around here. There's probably a spirit somewhere that I'm missing, but it's been so long since I played this game that I'm probably gonna miss quite a few things. So, there's a lot of looking around we can do. This is a huge place, and I think I'll just pick up this treasure chest, and honey bread is a HP recovery item. It recovers 100, so that's gonna, for a while, be full heal, essentially. I'm just gonna go ahead and head out. I don't want to spend too much time looking around here. So, this is our overworld, and if I go to the map, you can see we're kind of at the top there, and when I go, you can see Dondoran way to the south of here. So, we want to go, if you go this way, it'll just take you around the monastery, so you actually have to follow the path this way. So you have to go north before you can go south. So, I'm just gonna run along here. Like many RPGs, this game has random encounters, and I find that I don't tend to get into like any before I get to the first town along this path. So, I won't be able to show off the combat system of this game. It's a very well-designed combat system. It's actually quite interesting. But I'll talk about that more when I'm finally able to get into a battle. So here's our first town along our journey. It may or may not have a name. I'm honestly not too sure. Maybe there'll be a guy right up here who will be able to tell me that if I talk to them. Seem to be plenty of people around. What are they saying? Ah, well, apparently they... Okay, so this is Melroad, and apparently they know Lord Bartholomew, my father. And apparently he's a big-time hero. They're hoping he'll come back to save them. And there's some water over here. Trying to remember how to get out of this town. I apologize if I'm kind of wandering around a lot. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this game, but I feel like an LPer has to take the... When they feel the drive to play a game, you just have to seize on that. So, even though I may be a little rusty, I hope you'll bear with me for a little while until I get back. Lagged a little bit right there, and it looks like the way out is over here. I know that in a RPG you should be talking to people and looking around for items and stuff, but I just kind of want to get into the meat of the game a little bit here. The music is actually pretty good in this game too. I'll be quiet for a moment so you can listen. And then almost immediately interrupted by hellhounds, and it's very reminiscent of I guess I'll explain what's going on here. So there are these two enemies, and kind of need to we use our magic to attack them, and they attack us as well. You can see that they appear to be using a sort of fireball spell, so you don't want to use your fire, but if you use water, that's going to deal more damage than other attacks. So we were victorious, and as you move around, your MP will actually naturally go back up. That is not the case with your HP. That will continue to go down. Now, if you find yourself in a battle that you don't think you can win, you need to get the octagon to the outside edge. You can just push C to skip your turn. And then if you get outside of the larger yellow border, you can escape. So, if you're worried about not being able to come out on top of a particular battle, you can do that. So we have a new enemy here. I'll try a fireball. Yes, werehairs. You can easily miss your magic if you're too far away. If you have, I don't know this for sure, but I think if your staff is ahead of them, you're definitely going to hit. But again, I'm not 100% certain on that. And we didn't quite take this one out. So, and now we get to select an element. So, we've used so far water and fire. Sometimes we take out the werehair in 2 hits, sometimes it's 3, so I think it would be to the greatest benefit to upgrade fire. So I'll just do CF. And I also got an extra fresh bread. Well, before I got honey bread. Got fresh bread, which is a little more appropriate of a heal for the amount of HP we have right now. And we found another werehair, so let's see how my, I can't really see around that tree, but I managed to hit him anyway. And now even farther away, I still do 5 damage, so at least in terms of battling the werehair, I think I made the right decision to up my fire. So, let me double check my map here. I feel like I'm getting a little bit turned around. Yeah, I want to keep going this way. And of course, I kind of skipped over the town, but I do want to see if there's any, like, items laying out around here. Alright, we've got some new enemies here. I'm just gonna shoot fire in the direction and hope I hit. So that one appears to be air-based, and that one looks to be more fire-based. So I'm gonna try my ground magic, and I totally missed him. I'm not gonna worry about that quite yet. Yeah, I did a fair bit of damage to him. I better heal if I don't want to die. This may have been a battle that would have been a bit better to run away from, but I cannot hit him from this far away, I don't think. So I'll try the wind until I get a bit closer. Yes, it looks like water is definitely the best choice for this enemy. And I was victorious again. I did have to heal, but oh gosh. Well, we've seen multiple enemies that are weak to water, so I think that's probably our best bet here. And on the map, it kind of looks like this might be a town, but it looks to be just more of a little hut on the water. So let's see what's in here. That's a free element. I think I'll try and keep them fairly balanced. So, apparently travelers are not here very often because the roads are not safe. I will have lots of danger and challenges, but no ordinary human. Well, I don't know too much about this world, but I don't know whether my magical powers are technically ordinary. Seems to be quite skilled for a young child. So I'm hoping to get to maybe that next building in this part. And plenty of werehairs. Fortunately they missed me, so I got to avoid damage right there. You can't move around while magic is coming towards you. Don't know too much about whether it actually helps you dodge, but it makes me feel better if I at least make an effort to appear to move. Don't know why their attacks are hitting me from right next to me, but mine are missing. I assume there's some algorithm that I'm just not familiar with. But we're doing pretty well for ourselves. It looks like there may be something over here. No, that was just some shading issues. This game did come out in '98, so I don't blame it too much for being feeling a little bit dated. I appear to still have ice on me. Yes, that prevents me from moving. So for the moment, there's nothing I can do. I just have to wait it out. Maybe if I use fire, it'll help. Oh, my fire curves. I don't know how I managed to make that happen. But I'm free now, so I can... I mean, at least the fire doesn't heal him, and I can use that to hit him from a little farther away. And now the water should finish him off. And I get another element. I haven't used wind a whole lot, but like I said, I want to try and keep it at least a little bit balanced. So I'm gonna go for this guy again, because he could do that to me. I'm a little stuck in place at the moment. I was able to hit that guy at least. And my fire curved. So... Oh, and I got some more fresh bread. So... It's good. I'm starting to get a little bit low. And as you can see... everything levels up at different rates. And at least early on, the elements go up very quickly. So I've made it to this house, and let's check it out. Curtis. Alright, so there are woods and a robber in them, but he did confirm that we're at least going the right way. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna go... yeah, I mean, it's the first part. I think we can go a little bit longer. So let's continue along the road here. And we have another new enemy. I'm gonna try fire. Man-eater. And they're using rocks, so I think I'm gonna try... No? Yes, water looks to be my best bet against these guys. And if I get nice and close to them, just like when I'm using my rocks, their rocks will miss. These guys... Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's too bad. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to see what happens when you lose, I guess. You actually end up back here. So, I've looked for a while to see if there's like a way to automatically heal when you get taken out, because my MP is back, but as you can see my HP is still at 1. And I imagine this being the first area, there ought to be somewhere to just get your health back for free. And if I had spent more time exploring before running out into the wilderness, then maybe I would have found one. But I can say with certainty that that hallway where I skipped most of the doors, there's not any way to heal there. Because I checked all of those rooms before I started recording. So there's nothing there. Maybe this guard has some good information for me. Looks like he's just telling me about more areas to go. This is just a huge monastery, and I can't imagine that there's nowhere to heal in the first area where you start off the game. Maybe this lady. Said they'll make offerings for my safety, but right now what would be safe is having my health back. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. But when we return, I will have lost my mind because I absolutely hate everything about this game. I mean, the soundtrack, admittingly, is a little bit better than I remember, but in my opinion, this is the worst video game ever created. I am not going to do another video. April Fools.